support systems activated. Shield kinetic system online. Aerial propulsion jetpack online. Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational. User initialization sequence complete.
Alright. So, we got a new No Man's Sky update and a new expedition. Which is like industrial salvage. Let me change camera view. So yeah, we're cleaning up industrial waste. Okay, so what do we gotta do? Also, that music a little louder. Is that just me? It feels a little loud, I don't know. If it is, let me know. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more. There. That should be better. Alright, so what do we gotta do? Investigate the waste processing facility. Oh, we have to... Waste widespread, okay. Yep. Wahoo, we get a gravity gun now. Oh, that's literally just to pay for it, okay. Oh, it isn't. We need completely different things. This means we gotta do the classic start of scanning everything. Except there's nothing to scan. Hello, Black Sheep. Alright, so what do we gotta find here? Oh, we're on an emerald planet, okay. Oh, I could have just looked on the right. Vile brew, that's gonna suck. Otherwise, tolerable, cool. I'll get jumped, but not by Sentinels, so I'll take it. I can't remember what I used pyrite for, so we're gonna go dig it up. And I should probably actually see what else I need to do. Install Gravitino coil, test the coil, customize a Colossus, load the Colossus. Is this all on the same planet? Oh, it looks like it is. Oh, it might be on other planets. Let's see, is there a... Do I have a ship? I don't see it on my HUD. Okay, this might be a one planet deal. That's new. I'm actually really cool with that. Oh, I'm gonna have to grab Gravitino balls and I'm gonna get jumped. Alright, let's do it. Isn't an expedition without the Sentinels getting on my case. And since I'm already being hunted, I'm just gonna take all these. Maybe I'll need all of them. Yeah, if this is all on one planet, that's gonna be weird. Mostly because I'm used to the second I can get to... God, what is it? The big co-op thing that you can call in. I just call it the beach ball because it's big and circular. But I always just race to get to the point where they're like, hey, you can finally call in the beach ball, and then I just pull one of my good ships. So I have kind of cheesed so many of these expeditions in the past. But is it really cheesing them if they let me do it? I see it more as the devs being a good sport about it and being like, yeah, you earn these. You can have fun and use these in later events. I always forget how slow just mining anything is early on.
Technology recharge.
Oh, more waste. Yeah, we needed that, right? Okay, we did need Gravitino Ball. 1. I took, like, 9? 17. I can't count. The anomaly, yes, thank you. With how many things are weird in this game, calling something the anomaly just feels... It's like, oh, this is the one anomalous thing? I shoot a rock in space and there's floating jellyfish, but that's just normal. But a space station you can call in, that's the anomalous thing. I get the feeling I don't need pyrite at all. But we're here and I'm taking it. Plus, there's... No. No. There's emerald nearby, so this works out. All part of the process.
Technology recharge.
I gotta say, this is such a strange bit of content, though. Hello Games just been like, yeah, we're gonna make it so you can drive trucks and haul industrial waste. Actually, I'm going to look and see what the rewards are, because I didn't check. Posters, okay. Oh, camouflage finish, neat. Asymmetrical cabin customization. That's got to be for the Corvettes. Mechanical legs, cool. Heirloom customization set, okay. Wasn't expecting a ship or anything. That would have been kind of weird if they were like, oh yeah, you're stuck on this planet, and your final reward is a ship. And it also just wouldn't match thematically. It's good as fuel. I'm used to just getting tritium and running with that. But it's probably, you can probably use it for like the exocrafts. And since this is all themed around those, that probably would be a good use. Man, it's funny looking at this game. And like, I played this initially, I got it day one. So I remember how simple the planets were, how little content there was. It's crazy to think. God, it's been like 10 years, I think, or close to it, since launch. And just how much this game has expanded. I don't think I can take the cactus. I think I need gloves. No, I can. Cool. Free cactus. Could only be used on pulsed engine. Well, I hope I use my ship at some point then. Otherwise, it's just gonna clog my inventory. Or if we find a trade post, I'll just flip it for money. I'm a habitual loot goblin, so all this is just like, oh yeah, I'll just take that, why not? Don't need it, I'll just put it in a box somewhere, and maybe I'll need it eventually. And that's how I end up corrupting saves for games, because it's too much loot in a single area. I actually did that. I lucked out back when I was playing Elder Scrolls Oblivion, not the remake, the original version. When I first started playing, I sat down and put all my loot in a single chest, and after a certain point it took over a minute to load the chest. Oh, I remember learning from a friend of mine who was like, yeah, you know you can get your saves corrupted that way, and I'm like, oh, I need to change that. Deposit is smaller than I expected, but I don't need a whole lot.
Technology recharge.
What do I need? Yep, so I have to go get that cobalt. I thought I could just not grab it.
Units received.
Oh, industrial waste. I was like, green? What's green now? We'll get the emerald as well, just because I'll probably need it. I did that in Elder Scrolls with just books and broke my game. Yeah, that's also the curse of Bethesda games. Those things are never stable. Yeah, I've been trying to keep my storage on my normal save for this organized, and half the time I come back to my base and I look at the 9 or 10 storage units and I'm just like, do I really want to sit down and itemize all the stuff I have? There's one quality of life thing I wish they would add, would be like a flagging system where I can flag each item, be like junk, resource, essentially what they're already labeled as, and then just go to a box and be like, yeah, take junk, and just have it all get taken out of my inventory. I'd take that easily. That would be perfect. I do wonder if they're going to have something like that. You can duplicate with the portable refiner? I just know of, I don't know if they ever fixed it, but the old duping with a ship inventory. I think that needed 2 people. God, there's so many exploits in this. I love it though, just because at the end of the day, who cares? There's no PvP. I mean, there is, but like, nobody's doing it with a care or an intent. There's no reason to be like, oh, this guy is cheating, he's duping items. It's like, yeah, and you can make yourself a billionaire by just putting chlorine and oxygen in a refiner. So it's not like any of it matters. Right, resonators. So that is gonna be... Oh, come on. There's gotta be some good rocks here. Please drop a good amount of ferrite dust. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run this through like 3 times. 24 was not what I was hoping for. I was hoping for like 50 a rock. I do think if Hello Games are gonna add like an item filtering system, it'll probably be in Light No Fire. Which I really hope that'll be good. Because it seems like they're using No Man's Sky as a test bed for stuff. So I remember when the Corvette came out, they had also said, oh yeah, we're gonna have oceans so big, you'll have to make ships and have people actually crew them. So it makes sense to say that, and then right after be like, hey, here's a ship you can make and crew. And then I look at this update and I'm like, what are we doing? Is this industrial waste bit just a bit? Or are we gonna have something very weird happen in Light No Fire? Oh, they did fix the ship dupe. Nah. That's an old dupe anyways. I'd be shocked if they didn't fix it. Oh, I guess I really don't have to care about trying to get oxygen the old-fashioned way. I can just do dihydrogen. I usually never do the life support packs. I'm like, why make things when I can just chop down tree? It's right there. Who cares if I'm causing an ecological disaster? It's not my planet. Ah, we'll learn the word since we're here.
Protection fully.
Don't need to, but... always like to just grab them. God, this planet is... or at least where I've spawned is not that great. But I could probably just go that way. That's what's impressive, though, is it's a small team who've made this game. And it's once again proving all these big studios, you don't need to have 4,000 devs on a project. And it's like, who cares if there's some jank? That's part of the charm of a lot of games. Right. I am probably not even close to how much... Yeah, 123 ferrite dust. I think pure ferrite is a 2-to-1? Yep. But I assume once this is done and we start throwing things in the incinerator, we'll probably get resources back.
Technology recharge.
I think this is a cool use, though, of the exocraft stuff, because I never used any of them. Outside of doing expeditions where they'd be like, oh yeah, you need to go deep in the ocean, and that's really it. I never use the other ones. Like, I'm not gonna drive a buggy, I'm not gonna pilot the Minotaur. I never had a use for them. So actually tying them to a bigger, specifically designed chunk of content, I think is a great idea. It'd be like if they had made the freighters, but just never added the other ships and the expeditions or anything. They were just like, yeah, it's your ship, but big. It's like, well, I don't really need that. But by adding the other mechanics, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I can now justify interacting with this because it gives me something. I should be grabbing more ferrite, but I'm just not. the call of the hydrogen crystals calls to me. Oh, 250. Okay. That... actually, I don't know. I have to... Yeah, that'll be enough. Then it's just running the cobalt through. Which I really hope is a 1-to-1. Because 2-to-1, I'm going to be short. Yes, thank you for mentioning Vintage Story. I love that game. I can't wait for the next update. They announced all those new changes to smithing, and I'm so excited. Yeah, the exocrafts make it more difficult. Like, I just never want to stomp around in them. Every time I look at them, I'm like, I have to get more crap for these. I have to upgrade them. I can just run around on foot, notice more things, and then if, for instance, like, this sodium, I'll just move over. I don't have to sit here and be like, oh, let me hop out, run over, get the stuff, run back, hop in. The only way they could make it, I'd say, friendlier would be, and this is a very specific reference, the Marv from Command & Conquer 3. You know, just let me drive over a patch of stuff and just suck it all up. But I also understand that kind of invalidates a lot of things. At the same time, I don't want to be driving on these terrains. It is a nightmare trying to get around and not just, like, bounce off everything. Alright, Cobalt. It is 2-to-1. I am short.
Protection falling.
Please be Cobalt somewhere.
Technology recharge.
Oh. Saw the awareness thing, I'm like, whomst is looking at me?
Units received.
I saw with this update, they're like, oh, you can capture sentinels. And I thought, what do you mean by capture? Is it just yoink them with the gravity gun? because, I mean, yeah, that's capturing in a bit of a roundabout way. Or do we now get some nifty trick to just grab them and do something with them, put them in a box? I refuse to leave like half of this hole with cobalt, even if I don't need it. It just upsets me to have like half an exposed deposit. It's like, no, we're just taking all of it. Even if it sits in a box, it can sit in a box or sit in my ship's inventory for an ungodly amount of time. Alright, looking good.
Technology recharge.
Yeah, even just, like you said, scanning, that would be a nice quality of life change. I understand there would be concern of if it was something like a passive scanner, that's like, oh yeah, it'll just do it for you. Even if it's really slow, people would just park a vehicle, wait, 2-3 minutes. They're like, okay, I got all my scans, go to the next area or leave. But even then, like I said with the duping, who cares? Like, they're gonna find and scan those things regardless.
Technology recharge.
Okay, so that's that. And yeah.
Installed.
Okay. Yeah. Just trying to at least optimize my space a little bit better. Don't know if I'll need it, but I'll take it anyways. My 5-minute walk. Oh, since we're playing a space game here, I saw a discussion about how now there's a bunch of rich people, you got like Jeff Bezos and whatnot, saying we need to shift or look to shift all of our like heavy industry either into space stations or the moon. And I'm just sitting there like, what if something goes wrong? Like, you don't have a technician who can get there in 20 minutes.
Technology recharge.
And yeah, it'd be cool to have all our heavy industry off-world, but that's gonna need people living there, and especially the moon. Radiation's gonna be a big issue, so you're either living in very insulated structures on the surface, or you're just living underground. Not to mention the biological effects of humans spending extended periods in space. We already see what that does to astronauts. I cannot imagine living on the moon for even just a year. What that's gonna do to like your bone density, your muscles. People are gonna have to be taking a ton of supplements and stuff just to try to stay normal. Or they're gonna have to just be like, yeah, I don't go to Earth anymore.
Recharge.
And I should get oxygen. No, I don't need oxygen. But I can't imagine there's gonna be a lot of people who will just accept that fate of like, yeah, I don't go to Earth anymore. I am now whatever name we want to give people of the moon. Oh, repel. Okay, so that does that. These probably all should just go in the same thing. Yeah, so we get the scrap. Do we get the scrap? Yeah. Then we can process the scrap into ferrite and everything. So what I said is accurate. We're gonna slowly make our pay and resources out of this. In the worst way imaginable. I feel like I'm just playing a very weird Gary's Mod map at this point. Wahoo! Paraffinium. Are you gonna help me out with that one, game, or... Okay, crap. Metal plates, that's what they want me to do. Yeah, we just don't have the expertise behind actually living off-world. I've seen so many things where it's like, oh, we're testing having X number of people live in complete isolation for it to be a simulation of living on Mars. I'm like, cool. We kind of need the structural science first. then we can start worrying about people in biology, because we're really, really putting the cart before the horse. And it's kind of weird seeing all these people now suddenly care. Like, the number of times in the past week I've seen people be like, oh, there's no planet B. I'm like, yeah, but like, why do you care now? I understand when it's like Bezos, because he has Blue Origin, and if he can convince people, hey, send stuff to space, he can be like, by the way, I have a company that does that. Yeah, I have enough. What do you mean, gather minerals with the mining laser to refine paraffinium? Great, now I gotta, for once, actually use the Discoveries tab. Oh, these don't tell me what they actually have, just that they're... I found rocks. Well, that's not useful. Unless... Did they make paraffinium? No. Okay, so they didn't. You can just burn down ferrite. Now I have more questions. So I don't see it as a normal resource. I don't see it in any rock. Oh, pure ferrite, carbon. Don't tell me you put me on a planet where I'm stuck. No, because everybody's on the same planet. So it has to be somewhere. Underground? I don't remember paraffinium ever being underground, though. That's always been like a surface deposit. Because the stalagmites and stalactites are gold, cobalt, silver. Yep, cobalt and silver. Cobalt and silver. Cool, but not what I'm looking for. And I know exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be something very obvious that I'm overlooking. Because it's always something I'm overlooking. Yeah, so it's not underground, clearly. It's not going to be in subterranean relics. There are... I mean, I don't think a buried cache will have it. Those will be like emerald, indium, cadmium, stuff like that. And Gravitino balls don't get, like, deconstructed into that. I might have to just, like, haul waste very slowly. I'll take that, though. That's cool. 108% life support. Cool. I love mysterious modules. They're always good. And then you get the ones from killing sentinels, and it's like, here, you got 2% fire rate. I'm like, wow, this sucks. I'm wasting an entire slot on 2%. Okay, so we have 300 meters there. Same distance, who cares? Does the expedition have any tips? No, it doesn't. Cool. Or can I already deploy the... No. Come on. No. That kind of sucks. Yep. I wonder what this does. We have things, we can test this. In you go. I said in you go. Ah. Well, what do you want from me then? If you're not hungry for tires... maybe other industrial waste will do. Okay, so it is all on a single planet. It makes sense. You. We're gonna see the U work. Because it has to be you feed stuff in. Because otherwise this is a very, very specific setup. And I feel like if you're going to introduce this mechanic, you want the player to interact a lot with it. And what better way than to give them more stuff? Okay, let's try this again. Do you want this? Once again, no. Okay. Kinda wish scanning would tell me what it wanted. Let's try a tire. Not in that, but in this. Wait, what's this tell me? Nothing useful. Cool. Okay. In the toxic waste to go. Also a no. Okay. We're learning quick. Tires go in the one spot because they don't go anywhere else. We gotta test it. I'm here. I'm confused. I doubt this is it. Yep. So we solve industrial waste by throwing everything in an incinerator. It's also kind of impressive these tires are getting destroyed because these are the fancy no air tires. I gotta be missing something. This is slowly, and by slowly I mean very quickly, driving me insane. So it's not you. There's another waste processing plant. Could try that. We could crack open a salvage container. That's just gonna give me a MacGuffin to sell, which doesn't solve my problem. What I would really like is a point of interest to go buy things. And we don't have that. Won't be in the crate. Crate will give me random junk. Because this will give me like Geknip or something. I called it. I was part being a smartass because I know there's a bunch of options, but I didn't expect it to actually be Geknip. I can't even be mad. At this point, it's just like, yeah, that's what happens.
Thermal protection falling. Units received.
Alright, I gotta be missing something here. All the plants are just food plants. Okay. Sure, I discovered a new species while driving. Vroom vroom. Refined paraffinium from pyrite and ferrite. Why didn't you tell me that earlier, game? Also, Good to know. Yeah, that's paraffinium, all right. I knew picking up that pyrite would be useful. Now I'm in between two locations, which kind of sucks, but okay. Do I want to set up shop up here? I don't like this hill. But it could be flat around it. God, I feel like just that paraffinium bit, that the game either has to give you the tip or it's really you have to know the formulas for this stuff. Or you just cheat and look it up, which I was about to do because I was like, I'm tired of this.
Technology recharge.
Alright, in that case, let's get this bad boy down.
Falling.
Cool. Oh, and you get a mobile furnace. Aw, cool. Caterpillar, mechanical legs. I can't wait to get the mechanical legs. Front treads. Oh, and you can save the configuration. Neat. Shows how little I've actually used these vehicles. Okay, so let's move that here. Get these boosters to boost. And that's not related. Okay. Hey, close to 50% less fuel. I'll take it. Am I really gonna need the mining laser? I don't think so. We'll leave it, who cares? It's like all those truck simulator games, but not. hope they have like missions you can do that involve this. That'd be fun. Just a little side quest. Be like, yeah, go clean up some garbage. I'm the trash man. I will say, having another use, we need more uses for nanites, because everybody just runs a mold farm anyways. And I can't blame anyone for it. Mold farms are pretty efficient. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move the laser out and we're gonna do scanner. Do I though? Nah. Ooh, I get what? 25% more range? It's not useful. I mean, it's useful, but not really what I care about at the moment. Please. I'm just gonna throw this one in. I'm already here. Yeah, because even though it's only 81 nanites for that, it adds up, especially if you're somewhere that has a number of locations with this. You could pretty easily get a ton of nanites. But I guess it is a nice way for players to upgrade ships and stuff faster. Okay, which one are we looking at here? You're just, okay, you're telling me this waste. Can I just like... Nope. Overshot. Thought I was gonna be really cool and shoot it right into the bed of the truck. That grab range though. Just like, nah. I'm just gonna just long bomb this. You know, if this game had like Bethesda level collisions, you would pull one of those pieces, it would come flying towards you, hit your friend, and they'd die instantly. To be fair, it would be funny. We could have our own workplace incidents. We get OSHA violations and everything. Give me my money. Is there a thing for more... Oh, with special industrial waste. Okay. I was about to say, is there any incentive right now for me to gather more? I guess that's kind of nice. I can just zap something and keep moving. Doesn't help though, it has the same level of mining laser as my mining laser. How are you, a vehicle-mounted mining laser, as strong as a wimpy little pistol I have? Oh, is that normal waste? I have no idea, so we're gonna yoink you anyways. Yeah, that's normal waste. Now we're here. No, my waste! Me when I look in the mirror and realize I'm getting fat. I think I just hit one of those little ball shell dudes. Oh god, that reminds me, there was. I can't remember where it is in Africa. There was like it's supposed to be like the loneliest tree, and it's the only tree for like hundreds of miles, and somehow some dude who was drunk driving hit it. It's in the middle of the desert. I remember seeing a story on it, and I thought that is both incredibly depressing and impressive. You have an entire just flat area around you, yet you are still hammered enough to be like, tree. I also like how they have the energy field holding stuff together. Because if you actually had to drive and deal with physics-based objects on this terrain, you would never transport anything back. It would be funny. But only for like the first 5 minutes, and then I would just be like, nah, I'm out. Okay, so it is stronger than my mining laser. Good to know, good to know. Oh. Okay. Once again, good to know. I was just kind of doing this for the hell of it. I do love when expeditions are like, hey, congratulations on the thing you did that you didn't know you were doing. Like, okay, cool. I will take the consolation prize. And you can do terrain mining? Oh, you spoil me. I'll probably hop out and do some of this on foot because I know it's not going to be as precise as I want it to be. But this is a start. I wonder if these were always like this. I still wouldn't have used the Colossus. I was gonna say Mammoth. To be fair, if you called this thing like a Mammoth or like a Mastodon, I would have been like, yeah, that looks like what I would consider a vehicle equivalent. Elephant, though, I would have been like, it doesn't look like the elephant from Halo. Man, I miss old Halo. I miss Halo 3. The one map that had the elephants on it, and you could... People would do, like, pirate matches where you had to stay on your elephant and jump to the other one to fight. Ah, we had it too good and we didn't even know it. Oh, there's a lot of industrial waste. Oh, no, never mind. I saw green and was like, oh, waste. Nope. That's just a lot of plants. Brake! Nope, no brakes. Yeah, that's right, Sentinel. Look at me while I do the job you don't do. Can I make it? Nope. Please, come back. Oh, I know you can grab them, and I really just want to grab one of the Sentinels and just be like, nope, you're coming with me now. You have been deemed industrial waste. Oh god, I love that force field. What do I need to charge this, actually? Now that I'm sitting here monkeying around. Alright. I can do ferrite dust. Imagine being someone who hauls like industrial waste for a living, and they're just like, boy, I can't wait to play my favorite space exploration game and haul industrial waste. Oh, it's a junk heap. Alright. I don't like that. They can take damage. And I cannot guarantee quality driving. Where's the other... Okay, yeah, so... Yeah, it's all labeled. So this goes in the big chompy machine. Those go in the toxic sludge machine. Oh, it's even labeled explosive, radioactive, or toxic. So... I guess that's toxic? Because it doesn't look like a radioactive... no, that's more toxic waste than anything. Oh. I can even dump everything? Fancy. They really thought of everything. You know this is going to be the gateway for someone to be like, you know, I want to be a hazardous waste driver. Granted, there is the part of me that, like every small child at one point, became fascinated by the garbage man. If it's not you, you know someone in your life who, as a kid, thought the garbage man was the coolest job ever, for reasons none of us can ever explain. Then you get older and you're like, oh, the garbage man's lame. Then you get even older and you're like, oh damn, they get paid well. And suddenly being the garbage man is cool again. Except for smelling like garbage. We're out here, we're gonna be setting records. Most garbage hauled. Are you... I guess not toxic? Guess we'll just load up on extra crap then. I wonder if auto-claiming pays less because it's like, oh, you're doing it like the lazy way. Okay, I don't trust that one. Because I could see them being like, oh, you take a penalty if you let the game do it, but if you do this by hand, you make a little more money because you can screw up. That's some special waste right there. A jerry can of unknown content. I could have been doing this the whole time. That's a little big. Give me... yeah. The ever-increasing stack. I think we're gonna have to call that one. I think it's... I mean, it's dangerous. Navigate carefully. Brother, I cannot guarantee anything at the moment. This is gonna be real bad. I'm just watching that back corner. That force field is doing some heavy lifting. No! My waist! I need that. Oh boy, that's gonna be in rough shape. Get back here. Ooh, half health. Not happy to see that. But I think this is gonna be the worst part. If we can get around, I think it's mostly downhill. Or kind of lateral across the hill. I don't need to get this one. Obviously, I have like 18 things of special waste, 17. But, you know, if I'm going for it, I gotta go for as much as possible. And if... No, stop it. Stupid hill. I just want to get my garbage. I already lost one piece of non-essential garbage. Oh, good. Alright. Yeah, so this is mostly kind of lateral. The hills are a little scary. What I would give for like some ratchet straps, something to just tape all this down. Give me a tarp. Keep looking at that health bar of that. Oops. I mean, I'm glad I got that challenge for this done. I just wasn't intending to hit animals. Can we go more gently downhill? I saw that tumble out. Not on my watch. You're worthless garbage, but I'll still take you along. Oh god. That was not fun. All my garbage. It's everywhere. This stupid low health barrel that keeps taking damage every time something bad happens. I think that's everything. No, there's something else missing. But we're gonna... Look, I think it was a small... No, that industrial waste has been banished to Brazil. Okay. Good to know. This feels like a very cruel joke. Because you know the devs are like, hey, so our terrain is very not flat. What should we have the players do? Why don't we make a thing where they have to drive carefully and not have anything get knocked out of their vehicle by the very same terrain that is going to absolutely screw them over? And everybody in the office is like, yeah, do it. I don't like that hill. I can see the terrain, it's so bumpy. And then I have to go down. Actually, downhill might be. Downhill's gonna suck. Let's be real. But it might be better. Braking is going to be the worst part. I'm wincing every time it just like hits a little bump. I'm like, please don't spill. Falls off the side is fine, but chasing stuff down a hill, especially this hill, I'm gonna have to just call and be like, no, garbage, go by. Okay, so I'm thinking we stick along this edge, we go straight forward, go over the hill, and then panic. Also, how am I losing thermal protection in a vehicle? It's reduced, but how?
Protection fully.
Yeah, we'll up the thermal protection.
Charging recharge.
Where baby get cold. Oh, this hill might have been a bad idea. No? Oh no, this is gonna be... Oh, this is gonna be horrible. I have an idea. It's dumb enough that it might work. So we're gonna get up to about here. And then go higher. There we go. It's not perfect, but it's flatter. And it is just wide enough. Please be right. Oh. It worked, but barely. Goodbye, box. Best of luck on your travels. Because I'm not even touching the accelerator. We're just coasting down the hill. Okay, I'm getting that box. Wherever it landed. I think it's a normal one. Nope, that was toxic waste. Letting that just tumble on down a hill is how you get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And this isn't TGRI. I gotta say, I'm terrified of that box's health, but could have gone worse. Could have gone far, far worse. Grip boost? I should have checked that earlier. Yep. In that case, we're moving these over here. Give me the Gorilla Grip. Oh, look at that. 61% forward grip, 163% angular grip. I'll just take all this. Wow, 2% top speed. Wahoo, wowie zowie.
Technology recharge.
I can make that. I just need chromatic metal.
Technology recharge.
And to get this done quick. Ion battery, that's what we needed.
Technology installed.
Don't really think I need another scan bonus. Like, okay, trade out ruins and alien structures, I don't really care. Let's pull this up a little bit further. If I'm gonna be just dumping everything on the ground. Not exactly a fan of that. You know, I'm just gonna lift that one. We're taking that out gently. Oh, so we didn't get any radioactive garbage. We just got explosive and toxic. Oh, cool, we got ammonia. Neat. Alright, now we'll dump everything else out. Yeah, so there's incentive to actually process things yourself, it seems. Because you get resources out of it. Or maybe you could do this the other way, but I just like doing it by hand. I'll probably just load up the normal garbage though and have it manually, or have it automatically take it out, because I don't want to drive back over here and throw everything. I could though, it does give me the scrap, and I do need scrap. But I also don't have to care about the health, so I can just throw it. Ah, so close. Come on. I can do it. Kobe Bryant, I am not. Could you imagine having a couple buddies riding in the back with their gravity guns out, and you just do a drive-by on industrial waste, and they just yoink a bunch and slap it in? I don't think you really need to min-max waste disposal, but I think it's there. The strat, I think, could exist. wish I had radioactive waste. It's such an easy target instead of having to go up here. Actually, I think I can just... That works. Wait a second, you have a symbol. We did get radioactive waste! Wahoo! That is such a bad thing to cheer for. One time in my life I'm cheering for radioactive waste. Come on. Tighter. Yeah. Okay, so we got a bunch of ammonia, a bunch of phosphorus. Honestly, I'm happy because I hate trying to get ammonia and phosphorus because most times I just don't go to scorched planets and every toxic planet I find sucks. So having an alternative method of getting that is pretty cool. I'll take it. Is it more time consuming? Yeah. But I get to have fun being Ice Road Trucker in the desert. Assorted glitches, not what I wanted, thank you. No, I'm just gonna offload some stuff in the truck. You... Take the cactus. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, I could do the Gravitino balls, I could toss those in. Alright, let's get these bad boys going. What do we gotta do next? Design configurations. Okay, so that's just save a thing. Also, excavation blade. Do I get a bulldozer front on this? Because getting a dozer blade would be really neat. Config, store, name it, standard. That's a bulldozer front.
Technology installed.
Hey, it's just like I said before, the idea of being like the Marv with the big scoop part. We get that with the excavation blade. We get resources from hitting things. Can I do anything else? Suspension. Okay, so I'm losing forward grip, but keeping angular. So I could make more paraffinium, but I need wiring looms. I could counter that pretty well, I think. Oh no, plus 200 forward grip doesn't sound good. That actually sounds like terrible. And that, yeah, I'm completely undoing that. I don't know, is it? Specifically tuned to increase the ability of the exocraft to turn sharply. Sure? We'll see. I might have to package that up. Oh, that was optional. Okay, so excavate stuff. Eliminate hazardous flora. I could have been doing that the whole time if I had read that beforehand. We'll start moving towards that because these others we can do along the way. Okay, that's just gain fuel during the day. Fun. Please don't make me have to drive all the way back here. I probably will. Oh man, there's so much flora. Killing 20, we're gonna get that done so fast. Yeah, already done. No, no, we can't. Stuff's gonna take too much damage on the back and forth trips. Are you... I think those are data, I want to say. Abandoned object. Oh. Hazmat gauntlet. Can't do anything. Break. I want to grab this oxygen because if we want stuff that needs paraffinium, it's oxygen and silver can make it. So I have a question for you guys. I've thought about this a few times when playing this. And because I've watched The Expanse way too many times. Do you think you could be the equivalent of like a space trucker? You know, just hauling cargo for, let's say even a month at a time, just in space? You don't have to do a lot, you more or less just have to be aware of what's going on in case something happens and you have to do manual control, or maybe you have to like blast rocks or asteroids or something just to capture them in a big net and haul them to a station for processing. Could you handle that, or would isolation, delay in communication time and all that just get to you? Because that's something I asked myself a few times, is like, could I? Maybe? But it is a situation to some degree of extreme isolation. You're alone. Maybe I get the feeling the first few iterations of that career would be solo, and then mental breaks would cause companies to be like, yeah, you need a buddy system here. Of course, then there's the problem of, what if your buddy sucks? Because it's not like normal hauling or trucking where you can be like, yeah, I'm just gonna step out for a bit. It's like, step out where? The airlock? Please. So it's an interesting kind of thing to ask yourself and wonder. Because it also does kind of tie back to what I had said earlier with all these research attempts at putting people in isolation of like, oh, this is a simulation of living on Mars. Would you handle it, or would you snap it and strangle someone in their sleep? And it's like, I don't know. I don't think I would, strangle someone. But isolation is a tough thing to manage. A lot of people kind of pull the, oh, I'm a loner, I can handle it. It's like, can you though?